Hello, 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 and welcome, my friends, or soon to be new friends, to the live launch of the rebrand, renovated from the inside out revolution of Big Life Magic. This is the live launch where we're gathering together because I know now what I want to say. Because that's what so much of this has been about. For months, I have been ripping away all the things that I no longer want to say, felt too attached to saying and kept saying, to uncover what do I actually really want to say as the founder of Big Life Magic, as somebody who is gathering women together in their leadership, in their circles of magic. Like, what is this actually all about? That was where we began months ago when, in the beginning, I had no idea what I wanted to say. I had no idea, had a little bit of an inkling, but I knew I wasn't on the right track. There's a story attached to that, and I'm going to tell you that very soon. Thank you very much for the magic makers who are joining me here. I see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It really means a lot to have my community here and the women who have been a part of this. And that's where I want to begin, because I've got some things to say. But the first thing I want to say is I want to say thank you. I want to give some appreciation, because this journey, it's been way more than I anticipated. Twists, turns, parts of the story I did not expect coming, and I have not been alone. So I want to begin by thanking and acknowledging the Big Life Magic Makers. This is the global virtual community of women who are like, yeah, I'm magical and I'm just about to do something about it. I'm going to hang out with some other magical women while we figure it out. That's the Big Life Magic Makers. And 4 months, you have all been witness and mirrors and cheerleaders, and you've been with me while I've been trying to figure it out. What am I up to? What do I really want to say? What's the work we want to produce together? Where's the value? All of that you have been a part of, and you have been an anchor for me. We say Big Life Magic, the beating heart is the community. And it's so true. Thank you to every single woman in the community, because you've had my back this whole time. And you know I freaking love you. I can see many of them here in the chat. Thank you so much. Again, see, women supporting women, turning up. I am here for it. The next thank you must go to Jen Winslow of Fellswood Creative. So Jen and I have been working together for months on the actual design. What does Big Life Magic look like now? How does it flow? What are the colors? But more than that, Jen's been with me when I've been in those frustrating moments of like, no, that's not what I want to say. That's still in the shoulds. And we've played together with like, what does this look like? How can it interact? And it's been a really fun, creative process. So Jen, thank you so much for being right there with me this whole time, even in the times when I was like, you thought we were done with that, but actually I've got an edit. The amount of times I did that. It's taken me a while to figure out what I want to say. So Jen, thank you, thank you, thank you. I also want to thank Abigail Hadid. She is an amazing woman who I met recently. She's based in Trinidad, not Tobago, but she got on a plane, made herself here and available for a photo and a film shoot for the new look for Big Life Magic, and it was super fun. And Abigail, you've got such a beautiful eye, and thank you for seeing me the way that you did, because now it's live, biglifemagic.com. Thank you, Abigail. And I also want to thank 4 women who have been like so close, like right at my fingertips. If I need them, they've been there. Jill Mokes, Jill is my business coach, but so much more than that. And Jill has been with me every step of the way with really anchoring into my value and what I have to offer the world. She's continued to remind me to not play small. And it's worked. Thank you so much, Jill. I also want to thank Tosca Di Matteo. Tosca, my confidant, my playmate, and the critic crusher. At one point, those inner critics, they were loud and nasty. And without the support of Tosca, I don't know if I would have found what I really want to say. And over the weeks and the months, Tosca's been reminding me, hey, just say what you want to say. That's what we're doing right now. And I also want to thank Caroline Seward, who is inside the community with me, inside Big Life Magic, supporting me and supporting our community. And it's so amazing to have someone so close inside the business that I completely trust. And that is also a playmate. Thank you, Caroline. And thank you to Sonia Costello, Sonia's magic is many things, but one of those is systems and structures within your business. Now, Big Life Magic is like a multiverse. There's bells and whistles. And I'm not the girl you want to organize all of that. So thank you, Sonia, for literally helping me get my systems together so Big Life Magic can continue to flow and be at service with ease to all of the amazing women who we invite into remembering you're a freaking magical woman. So I want to thank everybody who's had any part of Deb in the last 6 months or more trying to figure out what I want to say. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you also to the women who have been supporting me in all of the ways, looking at the website for the first time, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know who you are. If you've got a little bit of a moment of like, oh, that could be me. Yes, it is. I say thank you. So we begin with thanks. And now we're going to go to a truth, because this is true. We know, and we also don't know. Let me break it down for you. So we have an inner knowing system, so we know. We've got our intuition, which knows. We've got the clear navigation points. We also have our knowing of what's your goal? What's your desire? Like, what are you working towards? So we know these things. Inner guidance, intuition, our goals, and we know that, but we don't know all of the players, the exact destinations, or what exactly is going to happen. So we know, but we don't know. Like here, anchor into this. If you'd come to me 7 years ago and said, Deb, in the next 7 years, you're going to write a book, start a business, leave New York City, move to one of the smallest islands you've ever been to, marry a Rasta fisherman who is known as a werewolf, and then together on that island, you're going to have a flock of sheep that you are madly in love with. I would have been sitting in my Brooklyn apartment going, well, that sounds like a great story, but I don't know if that's my story. Yeah, my friends, that's exactly where I am now. And 7 years ago, what I knew was I'm ready to write the first book, and I really wanted to fall in love. And my hope was that I was going to be getting married at some point in that love affair. That's all I knew. I didn't know anything about the Rasta, the fact he was a werewolf, the sheep, here, Tobago, this island, no idea. So I knew, but I also didn't know. So let's all anchor into this. What's possible if we're open to the possibility of being pleasantly surprised? You can take your knowing into the magical playground and kind of be like, I know, but I don't really know. So let's see what happens next. Because that's what I took into this kind of rebranding. And it's not tongue in cheek when I say like the renovation from the inside out, let's call it a revolution, because that's what ended up happening. It started with, I don't think I'm quite positioned where I want to be. Let me be curious about that. And then there's so many navigation points where the story just kept changing. And some of those were quite confronting, actually. And some of those were so pleasantly surprising. And now, I'm going to get to the punchline, my friends, because if we went through all of those navigation points, we would be here for a while. You'd probably need to turn it into a TV series. It's Friday afternoon. Let's get to the punchline. This is where I have landed after 2 years of hearing this repeated message. Yeah, that's not it. You're close, but that's not the story. A new story's coming. For more than 2 years, that is the message that I have been hearing. And mostly it was connected to me beginning to work on book number 2, Surrendering to Magic. A couple of years ago, I was like, I am so ready for this. Gonna write the second book. It's called Surrendering to Magic. At the time, I was like, this is about my Big Life Lost to Big Life Magic framework, supporting people with grief transformation, alchemizing hearts. I've got it. And nothing. It's seriously not like writer's block. I'm talking like nothing except this repeated message. That's not it. That's not it. There's a new story coming. So I was like, well, you got to give me a bit more than that, because I was pretty attached to doing this grief transformation work. And now you're telling me there's something new, but I don't know what it is. And that's how it works, my friends. You're not supposed to know in the beginning. You're supposed to just give it a red hot go. That's what we did. So I ventured further and I kept hearing, that's not it. Not quite. You're getting closer. And I would hear this from my own intuition. I would hear this from people I would meet, and also a little bit of like support from, the spirit realm. In various ways, I kept getting this information of like, yeah, no, you're getting closer. The new story is on its way. And when I began this whole rebranding stuff, all I knew was something new was coming. I really didn't know what it was. And then it started to reveal itself. There was the letting go of the grief transformation work, giving myself the permission to graduate from that. There was the anchoring into the women that I was working with and realizing, the magic is secondary. This is actually all about the women and how immensely powerful we are. And then navigation point, navigation point, navigation point. This is where we've landed. Claim it, my friends. Women, please claim it. Your intuitive wisdom, your leadership. Please claim it, reclaim it, anchor it in, and make it your own. Because this is where I've landed. This is the new story, and it's about aligned leadership for women. And it all makes sense now with like why I keep reading these historical novels about amazing women who became the queens or who won the battle or overcame an amazing big challenge. Because women, there's so many women before us who have been working on the rise of women's leadership. So many. But we're the women of now. And this is what I hear clearly now. Because I don't hear anymore, oh no, you're getting close, but that's not quite it. I hear, that's it. Speak about that, please. And this is it. It's the claiming of women's leadership now. For the Big Life Magic realm, this is women's leadership. Women's leadership is a woman aligned with her intellect and her intuition, leading with an alchemized heart. It's the trifecta of women's leadership. Because we are whip smart. Like, you ask any woman, how much are you multitasking right now? How many projects are you running in your family home, maybe at the church or your kids' school, within the organisation? You want something organised? You want a strategy for something? Ask a woman. She's going to get that done. And on top of that, through our wisdom and our experiences, we know a lot. We're whip smart. And by nature, we are intuitive. And unfortunately, for quite a while, let's call it generations and centuries, that intuitive wisdom has kind of been edged out. It kind of gets put over in the woo-woo, women are emotional corner, and it's not allowed in this place of leadership. I say let's make that the old story, because the new story is women's leadership is intelligence and intuition. It's both. You don't have to be one or the other. And this third part, that's the alchemized heart. And do you know what an alchemized heart is? An alchemized heart is the heart you have on the other side of your heart repair. And this is also true for women, particularly women who have sought to have a voice, to be in leadership positions. This is true. Our hearts have been broken again and again and again, and we put it back together and we get back to work, looking after the family, looking after the community, doing the things. Women, let's claim it. We know how to alchemize our hearts. We know how to pick up the pieces and carry on. And so we have this, and I invite you now, claim it. Claim your trifecta of women's leadership. I'm intelligent. I'm intuitive. I've got a heart that I've put back together more than once, and I'm just about to get busy in my new story. Because when I'm talking about women's leadership, I'm not just talking about those big seats that you feel like you have to climb to get to. I'm talking about be the leader of your own life. Be the leader of your heart and the direction that you're going, because it does start there. It starts there. And for those women who are like, oh, no, I'm going to the top, I'm with you. I want to be there with you and support you with your energetic alignment. Those women who are trying to figure out, how do I get up there? I'm with you too. And the woman who's just like, do you know what? I just want to feel at home in myself. I want to feel like I'm leading my own life, not somebody else's. I'm with you too. Because this is what I want to invite all of us to do. Oh, my nose just went, This is what I want to invite all of us to do. For those of us claiming our aligned leadership now, don't wait. Don't put the energy in working towards it. Because this is the other thing I heard just recently, literally in the last couple of weeks. Again, this is like an intuition, spirit drops it. This is what I heard very clearly. Yes, it's about women's aligned leadership, but what we need to do is stop waiting or say we're working towards, or even deeper into the message, what I heard was it's not a battle. This isn't about winning or losing. So letting go of the fact that this is hard. Now, let me be clear. This is not me saying the world's all open for women's leadership. This is not the sugar on top. I get it. We all live it. We are still in the world we live in. And there are still amazing individuals and organizations and movements that are working towards the dismantling of all of these obstacles and challenges in our way that keep our leadership at bay or make it feel safe not to step into that leadership. And I honor every single individual in those movements doing that work. But I now know clearly my work, my part to play, which includes you, my friends, is to claim it now. Be her, the woman who is claiming your aligned leadership and then get busy doing something about it. Because the less we wait, the more we are. You tell the universe, I'm waiting for my turn. They go, excellent, I'll give you some more waiting. Or you tell the universe, well, maybe the time's not right. We'll just keep working towards it. Oh, great. I'll give you some more working. What's possible for us as women if we just say, in light of it all, with everything we know and don't know, I'm claiming it right now. I'm going to be her. The woman who is claiming or reclaiming, if you need to, your intuitive wisdom, and then getting busy, doing something about it, stepping into your leadership, and creating your own version of Big Life Magic. Because that is the new story. You know, I'm sending a wish out there right now, 2025, surrendering to magic. I'm coming for you. Not only is it a book, it's an oracle card deck, putting it out there because it feels like it's ready now. Because I no longer hear, that's not quite it. I hear clearly, that's it. And it's not just for me. It's for all of us. Big Life Magic is an invitation for all women across the world. You get to claim it now, in the next breath, right now. Because I'm going to be right there with you, supporting you in figuring out, okay, so what are we going to do next? And what we're going to do next is we're going to tap into our knowing, and we're also going to surrender to the fact that sometimes we don't really know, but we're going to give it a red hot go. So my friends, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here with me. I feel so relieved because I figured it out. And I want you to also figure out, what do you want to say? What are you going to do with your leadership? And if there's something in the way, we can work with that. We can get that out of the way because you get to claim it. Claim your magic, claim your leadership, and be a part of Big Life Magic because there's space for you here. So this is it, my friends. Officially launched Big Life Magic, the revolution from the inside out, the rebrand. It's all about the women. It's all about our leadership. And we are claiming that right now because it's true. Women are freaking magical, which means that you, my friend, you are the magic. And you can check out magic right now at biglifemagic.com. Please share your insights, share your own magical story, and you just keep believing it to be true. Magic is possible. You are magic. It's a Friday. We are launched and seen. Thank you to all of the amazing women who are here supporting me right now. You know I love you. Share some of that love with yourself, and let's all get busy being her and making some magic. Big love, everybody.